Hello guys, thank you for watching this video. In this video I'll show you 3 best call recorders for Symbian OS that I have used over the years, and the phone that I am using for this video is a Nokia E71. Okay guys, so let's get started. The first one is BOLDBEAST recorder. Let's check its options. The first one is start recording, so you can immediately record a voice clip. Phone call clips will show you the recorded phone calls. Voice memo clips will show your voice memos. Then there's settings, about. Okay, as you can see, this is the registered version. Once you click on start recording, you will see a green indicator on the top. You can also turn this off. After the recording finishes, it will show you a summary of the recording. You can also turn this off. Okay, let's check the settings now. The first one is the settings of the application. You can set up password. Then you can auto start the app when the phone starts. You can set hotkeys for quick recording. For example, I have set the green key now, and if I long press it, you will see that it will start recording. You can see the indicator on the top. If I long press it again, it will stop the recording and show me a summary, which you can of course turn off. Okay, you can change the position of the recorder, the recording indicator. Then there are settings for phone calls. Then the auto recording mode. You can either record all the calls or only the calls in the list, or other than the calls, the numbers in the list, or you can disable it. This is the size of the recording file. Beep suppression, keep it enabled. Then the recording format is AMR or WAV, whichever you want. Then where you want to save the recordings, in the C or E. Then the recording file size limit, the maximum size for the recordings that you want this app to use. Yeah, here you can save change the setting for the summary to turn it off or on. Here you can change the format of the file name that is saved. Now let's see what options do we have for any recorded clip. We can play it back. We can add a note. We can search through the list. We can copy it or move it to the phone's internal memory or memory card. The files, the recordings that you save in this software, they are not visible outside of this software. So if you want to make some file visible in the phone's memory, then you need to copy or move it to the memory card or the internal memory. Now let us quickly check if the software is working or not. Okay, as soon as the recording starts, it will change the profile to silent mode in order to remove the beeps. You can see a recording indicator on the top. Okay, the recording has been saved. Now I have changed the setting, and the file would be automatically saved, and it will not ask me or show me the summary at the end of the call. When I end the call, the recording indicator disappears and the profile changes back to the previous one, and it has not asked me to save the file. Now let me show you what keys you can set to quickly record in BOLDBEAST recorder. As you can see, you have option for a lot of keys. You can change the keys, and you can also change the mode that will be used to record the keys. That is single press, press twice, 3 times long press, and then disabled. The next one is ultimate voice recorder. Let's see what we've got over here. You can hide it, then you can go to options and start recording a new clip. As you can see, the recording interface. You can set this memo as an alarm, so when the alarm plays, alarm goes off, this memo will play. You can search through the list, you can sort it by time, you can rename the clip, delete all, and you can unhide the recordings which will start showing the recordings in the gallery. This is the register version of the software, so just install and use it. Let's check some settings now. You can set the storage option in the memory card or the internal memory. Then you can change the recording format, AMR or WAV. It is also showing you the available recording time with each format. Then the recording limit, you can change it to whatever value you want. Automatic mode will automatically record the calls, etc. Warning beep, it should be off. Then there are recording codes that you can use without opening the software. There are hotkeys, you can enable or disable them. You can use the red key to record a memo quickly by pressing it 3 times. It might not work on your phone. Then you can auto delete the recordings after whatever time you wish. You can email the recordings which will not work with Symbian now. You can email or SMS or MMS the recordings. Then the recording indicator, do you want to show it always, never, or only? Hide it when it is idle, and it will start showing whenever there's a recording going on. Then the indicator's location on the top of the screen, on the bottom of the screen. If a recording is interrupted during the recording, for example, a call comes in, then it has an option to either resume the recording or then stop the recording. Then there's the gallery password, ask before saving, run in the background. That's it. You have an option to hide or unhide the files, the recording files from your gallery. The next step that we have is total recall. When you open it, you see the options of log, settings, auto send settings, list. Let's open the first option, log. I already have a recording and a memo saved here. Let's see what are the options that we have with any recording. You can copy it to gallery, you can send it to another device, via Bluetooth, infrared, MMS, or HTTP. By default, the recordings are hidden, but you can copy them to gallery. You can rename them, add a note to them. Next, we have settings. You can set it to record all calls, only incoming calls, outgoing calls. You can record calls manually, or you can record calls in the list, or you can record calls that are not in the list. So you have a lot of options here. Then the recording format and memo format. Beep during the call, keep it disabled. Then the saving memory, you have 4 options. One of them is simple and the other one is for gallery. If you select gallery, then the files would be visible in other apps like the media player and the phone's gallery. Ask before save. Display end of call summary, if you want to show a summary whenever recording is saved. You can password protect the program so that if someone opens it, it will ask for a password. Make it a system app so that it is not killed by the system in case of low memory. Hide the application, will hide it from the taskbar. It's recommended to keep this option on. As you can see that now it's visible in the task manager. Then you have an option to auto start the app when the phone starts. Then you can enable or disable the hotkeys. The hotkeys will work at any interface. Just to show you, I have hidden the program from the task manager. Now you can see it, but after saving the settings and exiting, now you can see that the program is open, but it's not visible in the task manager. Let's see what we've got in the list option. You can add numbers in the list and then tell the program to either record the calls for the numbers in the list or not to record the calls for the numbers in the list. So you can add numbers from contacts, you can add them manually, you can add a group. So lots of options here. Which one should you use? Well, my recommendation is Total Recall. It has always worked perfectly without any problems with me. And the second option is BOLDBEAST Recorder. It also worked very well. And the third option is Ultimate Voice Recorder. It did have some problems when recording calls, but if you want to try them in order of preference, then there should be Total Recall, BOLDBEAST, and the Ultimate Voice Recorder.